What's up, guys? Welcome to Life Knowledge. My name is Justin Alphabet. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. Stay to the end of the video so you get all the information that you need. Today we're going to be talking about wants versus needs. It's going to be very important for you throughout your entire life to distinguish between wants versus needs. And the reason why is because oftentimes we can confuse our feelings and construe exactly what it is that our emotions are or how we're feeling. And that can lead us down different paths that we ultimately didn't end up or didn't want to end up going down. For example, oftentimes people confuse the feeling of hunger and thirst. When your stomach is really hungry, it sometimes can feel like thirst as well, or vice versa. And oftentimes people go straight to food when what their body really needs is water. So many people are way more dehydrated than they realize. Like back in the day, when in caveman days, water was more readily available, so as humans, we would typically drink more water. Otherwise, you'd have to hunt your food, kill your food, fish your food, gather your food, whatever it might be. And that sustenance would then nourish you as well. But between those times that you got the food that you were able to get, you would have to drink a lot of water to keep yourself full, to keep keep yourself going. Our bodies are made up of something like 70% water, so oftentimes today in our current society, we are dehydrated and we construe the feeling of hunger and thirst. That's not all. There's a lot of other feelings that we construe or don't really have a full knowledge of what they are. Sometimes we just feel our feelings left and right and we don't really put a name to them. We don't associate them with certain feelings or names or whatever. We just feel without clarification, and that can be very dangerous because sometimes those emotions can hurt the people that we don't want to hurt, or hurt ourselves in ways that we don't want ourselves to be hurt. For example, with the hunger and thirst one, if you can't tell the difference between hunger and thirst, you're going to eat and eat and eat, and you will constantly be hungry or thirsty, whatever that feeling is. Typically thirsty, you'll be thirsty, but you're trying to fill it with hunger, and that means that you will overeat and overeat and overeat, and you'll become overweight. But oftentimes our body is tricked into things like that. So that's just one example. Same with anger. Anger is a tool. Back in the caveman days, when your family was being attacked by a saber-toothed tiger, that emotion of anger was supposed to give you that strength and power and fight or flight kind of drive mode to be able to fend off an attacker or fend off a saber-toothed tiger or whatever it might be, and kill or defend or fight this saber-toothed tiger, or flight or run away at the same time. And so that's what the emotion of anger is for. But nowadays we don't have saber-toothed tigers anymore. The world is semi modernized and civilized, and we don't have as many fight or flight needs per se, versus except for like humans versus humans. That might be one that is still a fight or flight necessary circumstance. However, we aren't often chased down by or hunted by animals on a day-to-day basis, and so having access to that anger or that strength can be a power, but people don't have enough experience with it that they are able to understand it and internalize it and control that emotion. Many people are not able to control their anger, so that can be a wants versus needs kind of thing to understand. Do you need to feel angry right now, or do you want to feel angry right now? It's kind of the question you got to ask yourself. If Betty at the office calls you something bad behind your back, do you need to feel angry about that, or do you want to feel angry about that? Is it a life or death situation? Probably not. She's probably just having her own issues and taking it out on you, so you can just toss that out as a let go kind of thing. And be nicer to her. That'll make her feel guilty about it, which will then in turn make her not talk about you behind your back. So instead of reacting in the negative way, like how you feel like you need to, or you feel like you want to, retaliate against Betty in the office. You need to just be the better person, right? So that's another example of a wants versus needs. And there are many of these that you can think about. You can think of joy, pain, suffering, loss, every single emotion or every single feeling that we feel as humans. You can kind of think about, is this a want or is it a need? Is it necessary or is it not? Is it something that I just want to do? Am I wallowing in sadness and depression because I want to or because I need to? And typically you don't need to. The need it turns into something else. There's a different reason why you think you need to be doing something. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Comment below if you have any questions. Hope you guys have the day you deserve. Let's level up, and I'll see you in the next one.